Hello everybody, and welcome to my Nightmare Loop boss guide. I'll be trying to cover every boss on every floor and every building. I will also include some mini bosses, such as the red tendrils, and the bosses in Welcotreat and onward. Now, I won't be covering just basic looting and zombies or anything, but I'll try to give tips on everything in terms of general looting and each of the bosses that you can encounter while looting. Alright, so let's start the video. First boss we're gonna do is Eightface. Eightface is easy to hit. You just shoot him in his big old bulbous head. If that's the right word for it. Try not to be near him when he screams, like me, because then you have to dodge it or run away from it. You don't want to take damage from that scream. It is possible to dodge. All you have to do is just wait for the scream, just dodge. See, super easy. Probably had enough even without the extra ammo that I got. Now, depending on your RNG, you might either go for the 3rd floor boss, the 5th floor boss, or even the 2nd floor boss. Now, in this case, I went towards the 2nd floor boss, and because that one's an easy one to melee. If you don't get a good gun, or you don't have a lot of ammo, I would suggest going for the 2nd floor boss. If you get a good melee weapon as well, you can do the 2nd floor boss and get it done really quickly. If you get the pickaxe, that's also really helpful in this fight. Right here, I am just swinging at the red creep. He can grab you, so be very careful. Try to dodge away from his attacks. This is actually just voiceover over a clip on my stream. I didn't really explain it on my stream. I was probably just complaining about his reach. So, I just swing at him over and over again. Try not to get hit by him, because if you get stun locked, that's gonna hurt a lot. So, if you do get hit, just try to heal. Hopefully you have enough meds for it. You know, loot some meds before you go into this fight. Usually I do a bit of looting between bosses. But just keep your distance, make sure you don't get hit by the grab, because that would suck. Just keep going, just keep swinging. Eventually, when it dies, it spawns a bunch of zombies, which there's nothing to panic about. They just kind of stand around and they don't even try to move towards you. Why is he going this way? Oh, well, almost got hit right there. So there's not gonna be no audio in this part because I'm trying to voice over. Ow, that hurt. So just try, if there's a way, if you can do it with no damage, that is much preferred. And if you're very patient with it, you can get this done without taking any damage at all, like I'm doing in this clip, unfortunately. Yeah, try not to take damage. That'd be the worst thing you could do on this boss. But anyway, this might take a few more hits here. I think I almost killed it. So just keep swinging, and just usually hug these chairs, and try not to take damage. If you're very patient with it, you can take no damage at all during this boss fight. But I'm very impatient, so I keep swinging. But yeah, this is gonna take a while. I might just speed through it. Oh boy. There we go. 20 damage and body damage. And then we got sniper. So the next one we're gonna go for here is the third floor boss. The third floor boss is a tentacled kid that crawls around and can stunlock the hell out of you. So in this clip, I'm just gonna kill it really quickly using DPS. So it's gonna be dead in like a few seconds. But usually you just keep spraying at it until it dies. In this instance, I killed it really fast. Just usually, if you have a bunch of ammo, you can kill it pretty quickly. In this situation, I killed it really quickly. So, yeah. On to the next boss. So this next boss is the first floor boss, which is just the scarecrow that just spawns a bunch of words in front of his face. Now this boss can be annoying to try to shoot at, because when you try to shoot at his face, not only is it like waving at you and like blocking bullets by aiming at its face, but it spawns crows like directly in front of its face. So most likely when you're shooting at it, you're going to be shooting at the crows and its hand while it's waving at you. Just try to hit its face as much as possible, but if you don't hit it, it should be fine. You'll eventually kill it anyway. If you have enough ammo, you'll kill it anyway, eventually. In this instance, I had an AR and a pistol, or an SMG, and I was just using it to kill it. Which is probably not the best of ideas. I also used an SMG right here, which I probably wouldn't use. I think it had like extra damage compared to my pistol. So you just keep shooting it, avoid the crow damage if you can. Eventually, once you just kill it, you just shooting it over and over again, like right there. You could just get the gear without even killing the crows with like melee. At this point, if you don't have a pickaxe and you just have a pipe, I wouldn't even try meleeing it. It doesn't even give you a reward for swinging at them, so that's easy boss, easy to do, just shoot it, ignore the crows, and on to the next boss. Now we are on the final boss of Fever Dream. It is gonna be just a regular zombie with a bunch of cysts. It's basically a cultist, but with no hood. I prefer to melee it. Some people, you can probably shoot it and like kill it that way, but like right here, I think I try to go for surprise damage. I don't think I end up getting the surprise damage here. Basically, there's a small table you can use. It can get stuck on it as long as you get, like, you kind of like have it like turn its corners really tightly. It's like it'll have to stay on the edges of the table, otherwise it won't get stuck. And once it gets stuck, you can just like smack it a bunch with your pipe or your melee weapon. Probably not a pipe. Pipe would be unfortunate to have in this fight, but I managed to do it with it. I'm just looting the item in the room right now, so it looks like I'm not going for surprise damage, probably just looting it, which is fine. And it actually can be useful to like try to sneak around before you actually fight the boss in later fights to like take down the bosses. I did actually hit the surprise damage here, so that does help me quite a bit in taking it down quicker. So as you can see, I am trying to have it get stuck on the corner, and then there it is, getting stuck on the corner right there. So it just basically gets stuck. This boss you cannot stun at all. So try to get it stuck right here, and so you can melee it. So if you have a better melee weapon, you won't be missing like as much as I am. And just swinging at it with a pipe, it gets stuck. If you can just get it to like not have it to turn its ankles, like if you can get it to like stick towards the table's edges, it will get stuck. That's what I've been doing, and it seems to work for me. Some people have been saying it doesn't work for them, but this is how I do it. I basically, I'm taking damage right there. Basically just walk around it, trying to like stick to table, and the boss will get stuck. Just melee it quite a few times, and eventually it will die. Yep. And here we head to the second map of Nightmare Loop called Purpuranon. Alright, for the first buildings boss on the second map, we'll be doing the second floor boss. It's quite a simple boss. All it does is spawn worms. It doesn't actually damage you itself. It kind of just crawls around and just spawns worms. All you have to do is just swing at it. If you have a pickaxe, it should be like way easier. Usually you should have a pickaxe at this point, or a better melee. But if you do not, I would suggest if you do have a rifle to go to the third floor boss, because that boss, all you need is range. But let's just talk about the second floor boss. All you do is just swing at it. If you do have a pickaxe, if your pickaxe should one-shot the worms that are coming out of the boss, which is why a pickaxe is preferred. All you do is just keep swinging at it. Get yourself stuck in a position where you can just swing at the boss only. If a worm pops out, just keep killing them. They can be really bad in this boss room, which is biting at your toes. They really they bite quick. They're basically like a mini tendril. They hit you really fast and chunk your health really quickly. So I would focus on worm if it does spawn a worm. Eventually the boss, for me, crawls towards the bathroom stall, which is a good spot for you to swing at the boss from, because the worms will get stuck on the outside of it and cannot touch you from the inside, at least as far as I can tell. So right here, I just get the boss stuck on the bathroom stall door, and I just keep swinging, and eventually it will die. I put myself in dead end. I think the boss is actually blocking me. Thank you. He's done. Yep. Roses lows. Alright, so now we're heading towards the third floor boss, which is a spitter. And like I was mentioning earlier, if you don't have a good melee weapon for the second floor boss, it's preferred to have a pickaxe. I would suggest going for the third floor boss, especially if you have a rifle. For this boss, you're just going to be shooting at it from a distance with a rifle, as when he gets close to you, it will start doing a leap, and it starts basically trying to evade your shots. So using a rifle, or like assault rifle, is preferred. Just shoot it in the head a few times. Eventually it will die. As you can see there, it did its leap attack. It also spits while it leaps. Wow, I actually killed it really quickly. But yeah, for this boss, just keep your distance. Shoot at it until it dies. Your rifle is very much preferred, but once you kill it, hopefully you get a better melee weapon if you haven't already. And that should be all. Okay, so this next boss will be the first floor boss. Now, I will say right now, this video probably is gonna be in a weird order, and probably won't be in the correct order you probably do. Any boss you can do in any order, but usually try to work around towards with your resources. In this situation, this is called the Invisible Trio. It's 3 hysterics, 1 big one, 2 small ones. Now the big one I like to shoot because the big one usually stays invisible for longer than the small ones. Right now I'm shooting the smaller ones because at the time I didn't really have a good strategy for it, but this is post-patch when the altars changed. I shoot the big one here a few times. So as you can see, I literally cannot see it, but I can hear it. So I'm trying to keep my distance while trying to figure out where the big one is. The big one, is really tall. When he stands up, yeah, there it is. Just shoot it a few times, kill the big one, and then you can actually melee the small ones. So, yeah. Right here, I just keep looking, trying to kill the big one. If I spot the big one, and if I spot the big one, I'm gonna shoot at it. But, if you don't have ammo, you can go to the next boss that I'm going to be showing here, which is, I believe, the 4th floor boss. It is a spider, and if you're really good with meleeing spiders, it's super easy to do. Especially when you have a good melee weapon. I would not do it if you have a pipe, but if you do have a good melee weapon, I would go to 4th floor boss and just like kill the spiders. Alright. So right here, I'm just trying to figure out if I can like cheese it, but all you have to really do is just like right click it and if you see them, just right click them and run away and right click them. Run away. Don't do what I'm doing here. You're gonna take damage. Although it is working. But as you can see, I took damage there. It's not a good spot because I kind of missed the altars. As the altar, there was like a method where you can use the altar to melee them, but instead just like kind of basically if you see them, melee them. You don't have to use anything, just like use the middle of the room, just run around and just like melee them if you see them. And eventually they will die. Ouch. Actually, if we can shove it into the stall, that'd be great. Oh my god, dude, how am I taking so much damage? Juggernaut, that's it. Alright, so this is gonna be the 4th floor boss we're gonna be doing here. This is gonna be just a single spider. This one can spit at you, but usually what I do is I kind of like kite it to this spot of the room, and then I start orbiting it like this. Just swinging at it, right click usually works really well. It's the fastest melee, and sometimes it can kind of like turn, like when it tries to spit at you a few times, it kind of like turns in a way where like it can basically almost hit you. What I do is if that does happen, try to like reset your positioning on it and try to keep swinging at it. In this clip right here, I kind of I get hit right there. Get a little bit unlucky and I get hit. I get hit a few times. Whoop. I figured out the strategy later, but this one, yeah, basically try to reset your positioning on it. If you can, you'll be able to stun it as well during the spit, so you will not have to worry about having it spit at you. Just keep spitting, keep smacking it, and eventually it will die. So just give it a few more hits here. Yep, there it is. Alright, on to the next one. For this next boss, this will be the last boss room in the building. It will be the 5th floor boss. It is called the Mob, which contains 1 tendril and like at least 4 zombies. I shoot the tendril right here first because sometimes they can be really fast. Unfortunately, I get hit by the spitter zombie. Right here, I kind of like get really lucky and I kind of like dodge perfectly all the spit and I just like rush one of the spitter zombies. Usually you try to take them all out from a distance, those spitters, but I get really lucky and I kind of just like basically rush all of them. After you killed like all the spitter zombies and the tendril, you can just melee the rest of the zombies, like put yourself in a position like right here, just smack every single zombie. Everything in this room counts as the boss, so you just have to kill everything. Just right here, sit right here. Probably not in this spot. I kind of am taking a little bit damage from the aura, so it's kind of a little bit unfortunate. But just swing at them, get yourself stuck in a position where they all funnel from one position, and you don't take any damage. Eventually, when you kill all the zombies, that'd be it for this boss room. This is like the last tier right here. This guy is just walking for some reason compared to the other ones. Sometimes they don't all run at you, which is kind of nice. Take this guy down, and then I finish him off. Eventually, I kill the crawler zombie. Sometimes the spitters can also be crawlers, so that'd be nice. And now on to the third map, Slaughterfeld. Now, right here, this map is where I basically, because I have plenty of ammo, I basically rush every boss in this map. The first boss we do is the first floor creep boss. This is the 1st floor boss. It's just a normal creep. It has gas, and this one has a bunch of zombies, but you don't have to kill the zombies. All you have to do is focus the creep. This one was an overhead, so that was a little bit scary. Almost got hit there. Just spray into the boss. Just spray into the boss's head. Eventually it will die. Like right there. Really quick, really easy. If you have a DPS weapon, you'd get it done really quickly. Just shoot it at the head, and eventually it will die. Alright, and on to the third floor boss. This one's just a Black Widow spider. If you played the story quest line, it is the base spider, basically the precursor to the matriarch. Basically, if you have a DPS weapon and a lot of ammo, just spray into it until it dies. Pretty easy. Basically like the creep, but this one can spawn worms and it does spit, just like the matriarch. But since I have DPS, I can kill it really quickly. Oof, that was really close. You kind of just like, it only runs for a short distance, and I kill it really quickly. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward, just shoot it until it dies. All these bosses in Slaughterfell are pretty much the easiest, I would say. The only bosses that you probably have struggle with is basically the next building. This building is like so easy. The music is so good too, and I kind of hate that every boss dies early, but it's pretty easy. No stress. Music makes it stressful, but overall the bosses are not even that hard. Now I'm going to the second floor boss, which is just basically a spitter zombie and a titan. You basically focus the spitter zombie as quickly as possible. Luckily the titan was not running in this situation. I kill it quickly, and basically just after you kill the spitter zombie, you could just melee the titan. Just be really careful. If you're really patient, you don't have to. You can just use the chairs. In this video, in this clip, I actually use an altar, but usually the altars don't spawn in a way where you can take advantage of it anymore. So basically, instead of this altar that I'm using here, use a chair and just melee him. If you're really careful with it, you can take 0 damage from the Titan, but I get a little bit, a little greedy, and I try to take a few more hits than I should have. So just keep luring it around like one of the chairs in the room, which I eventually do right here instead of the altar. Just hanging around. It does stun every once in a while. Sometimes it does get stuck, so you can get extra hits in. Looks like in this clip I actually don't really take damage from the Titan, but I think I do take damage eventually though. If you get lucky, you can also break the arms, which can lead to it just like being kind of easier to melee, because it won't like use its arm to swing at you. But in this instance, I think I do not take damage. No, I do take damage. There it is. Just swing at it until it dies. That's basically it. I should be able to kill it here very soon. Once I kill it, I will go to the next boss. I swear his fucking bite was not that bad compared to that. There we go. Unlike the last building, which is in Parburanon, the 5th floor boss is really easy. All it is just a mother that just can spit and spawn worms. If you have a good DPS, you can kill her quite quickly. In this instance, in this video, I kill it really fast because I have DPS. Just shoot it in the face. The SMGs are really good in this mode. This one, I think I was using, I don't know what gun it was, but it was a really good gun. I kill it really quickly. Super easy mother to kill. Just shoot it until it dies. I wouldn't suggest meleeing it, but I bet some people can do it. I personally don't do it. But just shoot it until it dies. Hopefully you have a DPS weapon at this point. Shoot at it, either SMG, shotgun, and you can kill it pretty easily. Let's see what we go to next. This next boss we fight is the 4th floor boss. This should be the last boss I kill in this clip here. This one is just a Titan. It's really tiny. He's a really tiny guy. He's a bit of a tiny guy in this video. He's a bit tiny. You don't have to shoot him like I do in this clip. You can just melee him. He has a bunch of people that just walk really slowly that like has gas trailing behind them. I kill him with a shotgun. Probably not the best way to do it, but if you don't have enough ammo. But I think in this video I have way too much ammo, so I just was like, fuck it, we're gonna shoot the boss. And we kill it pretty quickly. Now, you could melee it. It's pretty easy to melee. I would just use the tables and try to melee it. It's basically the same as the other Titan in the second floor, I believe, with the Spitter. You just, it can stun every once in a while, and just run away from it and just keep smacking. Just use the objects around you to fight them. And that's pretty much it for this building. And we're about to head to the next building after this. It's Welcotreat. So that one is a really tough one. Alright, so the first boss I go for in Welcotreat is the Reaper's boss. If you couldn't tell by the name of it, it is just 2 Reapers. It's not, at least it wasn't just more than that. It's only 2 Reapers. It's very manageable. If you have enough hammer for it, you should be able to kill it pretty quickly. I think I had the wrong gear on, so I just quickly put both of them on. I just shoot them until they die. In this instance, I think they didn't really move the altar in this room. And you could just easily, like, kite around these 2 tables here. Keep your distance, make sure they don't leap at you and stun you. Sometimes the other Reaper actually gets stuck on the other, like, they can get stuck on each other if they leap. And that can be really useful if you can stun one of them and try to get it to get stuck on the other one. Just spray into each Reaper if you have enough ammo. If you don't have enough ammo, try to loot some ammo before you do this. I get hit here a few times. You get lucky right there, I almost got laughed at. Eventually they die, they're a little bit tanky bastards. Eventually you kill them, you can kill them. Get hit here again. But eventually I killed the both of them. Really easy. Eventually, if you keep shooting at them, they will die. For this next boss, I'll be fighting the second floor boss, which is called Unseen Tentacles. This is a tendril that is invisible. It's basically a hysteric tendril. This one, it will eat up all your ammo a lot. So if you aren't careful and if you're really bad at hitting it, which I am really bad, you can eat up a lot of your ammo. There are also invisible zombies in this room, so if you can, try to sneak attack those first. In this clip right here, I actually have a altar that doesn't spawn shouldn't spawn like that anymore. Anyway, as you can see, that is the tendril right there. You kind of want to keep your distance. In this situation, I have an assault rifle. If you have a rifle, try to shoot at its head. So yeah, it can be really annoying to try to fight, because when you try to shoot at it, sometimes it doesn't give you enough, like, visibility of it to actually be able to shoot at it. Right there, I just missed a few shots. I also corner myself. When you get to that at the end of the room, you probably don't want to go put yourself into that very corner. So what you probably want to do is you want to get the tendril to reach towards you, but then, like, run to the left around it. Should be easy. I put myself in that corner again. I don't know what I'm doing. this is probably maybe my first or second time I did this. So I wouldn't do what I'm doing here. Usually the altar is not going to be there. And I think they already fixed that. So you probably are going to be running around these 3 little tables here. Eventually I run out of ammo with this assault rifle because of this boss. So I swapped to my SMG. If you can use, like, an actual rifle, don't use an assault rifle like I am. Although the assault rifle might help with the extra attacks per second. The rifle does a little bit more rifle could do a little bit more damage and make it really easy. But this boss usually eats up ammo. So I just run around over and over again, and eventually I kill it. I'm just gonna cut it off here, probably speed through the video right here, and just show you the next boss. No. I know. I couldn't make it difficult for myself, it's my fault. It's a tendril. Invis tendril. Dude, I'm about to waste all my bullets for this shit. This is so annoying. This is like the worst boss in this map. So this is gonna be the third floor boss. This is the brother of the nearing end. It is the Scythe Cultist. I try to sneak attack him here. It doesn't go well, so I just kind of sneak around, try to loot a little bit while he's just spitting in the corner. He's just trying to wait for the right moment. I could get some sneak damage there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna shoot it in the legs. This is like after the altar patch. I was trying to get the clip from like a later stream where they actually patched it. Usually I probably use a shotgun. I don't know why I'm using a pistol here. I think this pistol kind of does decent body, but it doesn't do really good body damage. I think eventually I swap to the shotgun though, so just shoot it somewhere, you know, down below, you know, easy to hit when you hit it at its leg area, waist area. It's pretty easy. Just shoot it multiple times. This is actually slower than the actual cultist. He just walks compared to the actual cultist, which is way faster than this, so luckily he's not that fast. I think eventually I'll use a shotgun. Apparently I just did it with a revolver only. That's kind of impressive. Basically just shoot at it until it dies. Usually below its like around the waist at the leg area. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And on to the next boss. Alright, so for this one, it appears I actually go to the 5th floor boss. This is the brother of the Unseen Threat. So it's going to be the Invisible Optic Cultist. Right now I'm just sneaking up so I can get some extra loot here. I would put on my melee gear. Right here I run around to the side here so I can get it. So I can try to hit it around this little table thing. I have no clue what it is. I think they call it maybe a gurney. So I just kind of swing, kind of like go around here, and I try to swing at it a few times. I did take a hit there. This one can be really annoying because sometimes when you swing at it, it actually can like negate your attack, like right there. It does have like a stun cooldown, so basically you won't be able to stun it frequently. Like right there, I just hit it. I took heavy damage. I almost died. I think I tried to heal really quickly. Almost died there. Luckily, they push the zombies back when you do pop a heal. So I was able to get away without dying there. Luckily, I had plenty of heals for this as well. I'll probably do this boss last now, but for some reason I went to this one, I think, after the 3rd floor boss, or the 4th floor boss. Yeah, it was 3rd floor actually. So basically, swing at it a few times. He did get stuck on there, the bed right there. So that was kind of nice. If you're really patient, you can probably do this with no damage, just like all the other ones that you have the melee. Basically, just melee him over and over again. If you can't actually get some sneak damage, it actually helps tremendously in this boss fight. So if you can hit him with some sneak damage, it can take him down even quicker than what I am doing right now. So just smack him a few times, and eventually he will die. I'm gonna speed this up probably and go to the next boss. I'm so glad I have like hella meds for this. Last but not least, we'll be heading towards the final boss of the building for me in this video, which is the 4th floor boss. This is the brother of the Relentless Spite. In this room, you're going to be jump scared instantly by a bunch of creeps. The creeps are harmless. All they do is just block you in your shots. Just try to run around them and try to get your windows to shoot at the cultist. All you have to do is repeat over and over again, and eventually he will die. So, when I first did this boss room, I freaked out. Like, literally, I'm like, what the hell? Why are there so many creeps? And I thought I was gonna die. It's like, this is literally the most bullshit room I've ever done. But, all you have to do is not panic. The creeps are literally harmless. Just loop them over and over again. Shoot the cultist whenever you can. Try not to get hit by the spit. I just got hit there, but luckily I just was able to run around. If you get a good perk, you can probably run around more frequently than I am. I think I might have had like bad perks in this video. There we go. So we finally locked the cultist down, but unfortunately the creeps fucking blocked me. So I had to go around and try to like shoot it from behind. There we go. Killed it. And that should be everything for this building. Alright, now we are gonna head to the final building, Luxurfals. This one is actually surprisingly quite easy. The first boss we're doing, this is actually gonna be the toughest boss of this entire building that I could be doing. But I do the first one for this one first because usually I have plenty of ammo. Ac Surprisingly, you probably do not want to shoot it when you first enter. You probably want to sneak attack all the tentacled zombies, which this room has 2 tentacled. Luckily, we had 1 crawling one, so it wasn't that much of an issue. But if you do happen to just shoot the boss instantly or get spotted, just shoot the tentacled zombie until it dies. This one's a really tough one because he's a little bit tankier than literally any other boss here, I believe. And just keep running around, use basically as much damage as possible can, but try to save it and not waste it completely. I find that the shotgun's really good for this boss. If you can, maybe actually like do double shotgun or like shotgun SMG, because you do not want to be reloading while this boss is running at you. If you can as well, you can actually kick the boss if you had the kick stun upgrade, and it's actually really useful against this boss because you can just kick it and reload while kicking. In this situation, I'm using my revolver to shoot at it, which is honestly not the best idea. It doesn't have good fire rate. I did this last time, just did revolver only. It was not the play, and I died. So I've learned from that mistake. All you have to do is just use a shotgun. I find that to be the best. A full like stack of shotgun, probably an auto shotgun or just a regular headshot shotgun works pretty well. Keep your distance, shoot at it when you can, kick at it if you need a reload, and just try not to die. Use your meds whenever you can. The reason why I did this boss first is because I think I have a really good amount of ammo and a really good amount of meds at this point forward. But if you do take it down, good on you. You're now going to be having quite a really easy time in the next few bosses. So I forgot to mention previously that this building only has 4 bosses that you have to take down. The first boss I go after the cultist is the, I think it's called the Unstable Ankle Biters. There's just multiple ankle biters. They're cystic instead of tentacled this time, so you can actually be a little bit closer to them without getting stunned by their tentacles. They also have like green zombies. These are the zombies that vomit at you in the room. I take them down pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I didn't kill that one specifically. So in this situation, I had a lot of revolver ammo, pistol ammo. So I just shoot them with a pistol. Basically, super simple. Just shoot at them until they die, and should be good. Just keep shooting. Unfortunately, I took a hit there from the gas, but just when you blow them up, try not to be close to them. Pop a heal quickly. If you have plenty of ammo, you should be able to do this pretty quickly, and it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Loop around, shoot at them, repeat, easy. Eventually, you'll kill them all if you have enough ammo. I'm just gonna skip forward here when I kill them all, because this is gonna take a while, I'm not gonna lie. This one, he's there, he's there. Okay, all I use is the pistol, so that's pretty good. You're right about that. Alright, for this next boss, we'll be doing the second floor boss, this should be the Wendigo. If you're familiar with this boss, wait, no, this is actually the Volatile Pearl. I got tricked. I got tricked by myself. Literally in the video, I said that was going to be the Wendigo. This is called Feral. Now, this boss is actually really easy to just melee. In this video, I believe I just shoot at it to death because I'm going to have plenty of pistol ammo, so that's probably a good thing. It does have like 2 tentacled zombies, just like the cultist boss. So around that table there is where I actually melee it. But in this video, I don't melee it. It got stuck right there. I was able to hit a few shots, really luckily. What you want to do is you probably want to stick around that table and melee it instead of shooting it like I'm doing. I get bit here. All you have to do go around it. You actually, if you get close enough, it slows down. As you can see in this video, I don't actually run. I kind of just jog it, and I was able to escape it. So around at this table here would be a good one to melee it as well, but like I said, I have plenty of ammo, so I shoot it instead. Although, I'm going to say this right now, you're going to want to save your ammo. I'm not going to say yet, but towards the end of the video, you'll see why. I'm probably going to skip through this and, like, just shorten this up. Oh, wait, never mind, I killed it. Don't have to do that. Just basically shoot it or melee it, depending on which one's more easier for you. I would say melee this boss. If you can figure out the zone in which you can melee, it should be really easy to melee. I did this very recently in my stream, just meleeing it. But in the situation, I was able to kill it with a pistol. Alright, and on to the actual second floor boss. This one is the Wendigo, like I said earlier. This one, I don't believe has a hitbox, so you're gonna have to shoot it in the body. Right here, there's a bunch of puking zombies. I shoot them really quickly, or you can melee, sneak kill them. Would be better for you. It has a little bit extra range in the scream, I believe, than other zombies. Other boss zombies that scream. So be really careful with getting hit by its scream, because that one can be quite deadly. I get stuck here, so I change character so I can take a little damage. I think that's just really stupid to have to, like, get stuck on a table, so that's why I choose the bit of cheese there. Hopefully I don't get banned for that. Let's be honest, that was bullshit. So I had to redo the room. Right here, I think I start to actually sneak kill all the zombies instead of doing what I did last time. So right here, get like really quick. Oh, unfortunately, I did not sneak it, so I had to do it again. So free login. Just do that. If you want to avoid damage, you can just click change character, and you will negate all the damage you can take. Especially useful if you get stuck in places. But yeah, so I just do that, sneak attack that zombie, and I think I start shooting it again. This time with the shotgun? No, a sword rifle. So I take down all the zombies, and then I attempt to shoot it in the... No? Looks like I shoot it in the body with the assault rifle. Kind of a weird weapon to use there. Oh, it looks like... Okay, so what I did was I used the shotgun assault rifle. I see what I did now. I can't see it from here. It doesn't show me in this editing program whether or not how close it is, so I can barely see it. But yeah, basically, I just take down these puker zombies, and I'm just able to shoot it with the shotgun. So just loop it around, shoot it a few times in the body, and eventually you'll take it down. You can also dodge the scream. Remember that with any boss that can scream, you can just dodge the scream and take 0 damage. Eventually I kill this boss. Again, I'm probably gonna just skip forward in the video, and then we'll be going to the next and final thing. Alright, now on to the final fight. This is a kind of a surprise for me when I did it, even though it literally said in the thing to be prepared. So basically use what you've learned in the previous encounters for this final encounter. This fight will actually have 5 bosses, so you're gonna need a lot of ammo. In this situation, I melee the Scythe Cultist. Forgot to explain. The boss room will spawn 4 different cultists, and I forgot what the boss is called. I think it's like Reaver, the Flash Reaver from an event boss. And it's gonna be a Titan with chainsaws for arms. Basically, just melee this cultist on this little bed or table thing. I have no clue what it is still. Kite it around, loop it around. Don't kick it. I have no clue why I kicked it there. Must have been a mistake. Misinput. Just go around, circles, just hit it over and over again. I think the next one after this is the Relentless Bite. So that one, you just shoot it until it dies. And then after that, I believe it could be either the Optic or Tentacled Cultist. I think what we're going to do here is I'm just going to watch the entire thing and try to voice over it. I'm gonna try to keep this part mostly unedited to just show you how I do it completely without having any skips or speed ups. So we're just gonna have the gameplay speak for itself. I'll speak over the parts where the next boss will show up so I can explain him better and easier. So we're just gonna watch the rest of this here. Eventually I'll kill this cultist and I'll try to explain the next boss. So this is back where I quit last time. We're gonna see if we can just beat it now. And I'm just gonna use all my ammo. We may have enough rounds. But first I kill this one.
You have nothing left, my lad. All wrongs are being made. It has already begun.
Alright, so right there is some dialogue after you kill each of these bosses that I find quite interesting. So this next boss we're fighting in this room is the Echo, the brother of the Relentless fight. Kill him quickly with a pistol. I found out recently in a recent stream that you can actually loot items. And the next one appears that the next boss I have to fight here is the brother of the Unseen Threat. Unfortunately, he took hella damage. I don't think I have any meds. I think that was all my meds. I'm not healing at all. So, yeah, this was like my first run, my first very successful run, and I was literally running it very close here by doing this. Basically, running around here. You would want more meds and more ammo probably during this boss fight, but I was probably in a dire situation, and I believe in this fight I actually quit. And I lost the other cultist, so I had to restart the entire fight, including the scythe cultist. So basically, just melee this optic cultist until he dies. Try not to get hit. I was really lucky not to get hit because I was literally super low on HP. So I just ran around this table here, hit it a few times. Eventually I kill it. We'll see. I'm gonna stop talking now, just watch this rest of this clip and see if I do actually kill it. Is this I permanent open them? Like permanent open or what? Fuck, I thought you went the other way. Oh yeah, I get fucked. Fuck off and die, please.
The sanctuaries will fall to dust.
I kind of wish I have a fucking shotgun.
Join our army.
That'll work.
You are free, and we.
Alright, so now we're on to the last cultist we had to fight, the Nightmare's Embrace cultist. Luckily the cultist here had like only one tentacle on him, which I think is hilarious. I did get hit by a scream, which is not ideal. It fucking took a little bit of HP off of me. Luckily I was able to survive, and we're now on to the final boss, the Flesh Reaper. This one is a titan with 2 chainsaws for arms. You're just gonna have to shoot it, probably run around this little table here. If you're unlucky, it will probably reach you. I've done this fight recently and it didn't really stop running. I was really surprised. Luckily I got stuck in this instance, so I was able to actually shoot it a few times. In a recent stream I did, I was getting hit by it and I almost died to this boss. If you can get it stuck like I am getting it stuck in here, it's really not that bad. I was running really low on bullets. Eventually you kill it, and after you kill it, you're done. I'll just have the rest of this clip play, and I'll probably have more video clips of me explaining like basically bosses that you run into while you're looting in general. I had enough ammo, and all it took was for me to watch Ghostly Buns beat it. Emergency sirens howl across the city. I can't read that. We did it. Oh my god. Nightmare's Gift. All it took was just one final fight, and it appeared that I had enough ammo after all. Alright, so this is gonna be some extra clips from my streams. This is me taking down a tendril while looting. So usually at the very first building you can try to take down these tendrils. They will, I believe they guarantee you 1 odd coin. Right here I use this thing right here. Unfortunately I took a bit of damage. I ended up shooting it. But if you can, try to melee them. If you have a good spot to like kite them and loop them around and just melee them through. In this situation I had a pipe and I just had to shoot it. Now eventually you'll run into 2 tendrils within the later buildings after the first building. It's not advisable that you fight them, but if you have a melee weapon that has 40 surprise damage, you can actually one-shot them. I think it's the same for these hysterics in Welcotreat that I fight as well.
Bro, why did it go over
They have
your
like
head?
around 30 to 40 sneak surprise damage, and I was able to take him down pretty easily. This sword right here I have is called Eternal Bliss. I was able to melee these cultists, but with these cultists you might want to use a pistol with like 25 or a shot or like a rifle with that, and you can actually one-shot them. They can also be sleeping, so just take care of them when you find them. Alright. More things about the cultist is that the cultists, they block the rooms you're in, so they like completely lock it. So what you want to do is you want to take them down as quickly as possible. In later buildings, you might have even tougher encounters in thin rooms like cultists and worms, cultists and other bosses, cultists and red zombies. The red zombies can be really bad, as they stun lock you and they can actually kill you pretty quickly because they have a little bit of stun cooldown between stuns, so you can't stun lock them like other zombies. Try to kill focus cultists whenever you can, and basically try not to die. This should be all for the video. If you enjoyed it, you know, do the normal YouTube things. I'm not gonna really say what they are because I think it's gonna be stupid of me to say them, but if you like the video, you know, like the video. You know, if you like this video, try to follow for more content. I'm maybe gonna make more videos like these, but I don't think so. I think they're a little bit time consuming and not really good at making these type of videos. So if you did enjoy a video, I really appreciate it. I usually am better when I actually stream, when I actually have conversations with people, instead of talking to myself. So, that should be all for the video. That's it. Yep. Thank you for watching.